Hello students, today we are going to read about harmful microorganisms, that how the microorganisms they are harming us. Yesterday we have read about useful microorganisms. As I have already told you in the earlier slide that there are two categories of microorganisms. One is useful microorganisms, we can also call them friendly microorganisms, and one is the harmful microorganisms. Now we will talk about harmful microorganisms. So the microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Some of the microorganisms cause disease in human beings, plants and animals. Such disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. Here in this slide you can see different modes of transmission of disease, or the different ways by which an infected person gives his disease to an healthy person. For this, it could be by direct contact, by air, by water, by insect or mosquito, or by the food which we are having. Now we will talk about the common human diseases which are caused due to microorganisms. Some of them are cholera, common cold, chickenpox, etc. There are two types of diseases. One is communicable and the other one is non-communicable disease. First of all, we will read about non-communicable diseases. In this slide, I am showing you an example of lung cancer. So, what are non-communicable disease? Non-communicable disease are those that do not spread from a sick person to a healthy person. For example, if we are taking it as a lung cancer, so if a person is having lung cancer, then this disease is not passed to another person who is in direct contact with the person who is sick. Here we can take another example. If a person is having heart disease, then this disease cannot be transferred to a healthy person if a person eats food from the same bowl or he is in direct contact with a healthy person. Now we will talk about communicable diseases. The disease that can spread through sick person to a healthy person, that type of diseases can be called as communicable disease. Now we can define it as microbial diseases that can spread from an infected person to other healthy person through air, water, food, physical contact or by animals. They are known as communicable diseases. Here an example is given of flu or common cold. But the most recent example is of coronavirus. Now the question is how these pathogens enter our body, or how do these pathogens enter from a sick person to a healthy person. Now when we talk about this topic, so they enter our body through the air we breathe or the water we drink or the food we eat or by direct contact with infected person, or may be carried through any carrier also. Now to understand that how these pathogens can enter our body, we are taking an example of a person who is suffering from common cold or any flu, or you can also name COVID-19. So when a person is suffering from here, then when he or she sneezes, then the droplets of moisture carrying many viruses are spread in the air. Now when this same air is inhaled by another person sitting close to him, so there is a chance that virus can transmit to the body of another person, resulting in infection. You must be knowing about this because it is happening nowadays in coronavirus. Now to prevent these droplet infections, one should keep handkerchief on nose and mouth while coughing and sneezing. You should be careful about this. Now we have talked about that carriers can also take the disease from one place to another. Now what are carriers and how they spread disease? Now carriers are the organisms that carries the pathogen to the healthy person. For example, we will take malaria. Now malaria is caused by protozoa, that is Plasmodium, which is transmitted to healthy person by biting of female Anopheles mosquito, as it is present in saliva of female mosquito. The female Anopheles mosquito sucks the blood of the human being, and while doing so, it transmits the Plasmodium into the human blood. Here in this slide there is again an example of the carriers. First one is the carrier of dengue, that is the Aedes mosquito, and the second one is the carrier of rabies, that is a rabid dog. Now we will read about common human diseases caused by microorganisms if they are spread through air, through water, through food, or through insects and animals. So first one is about that the organisms or the microorganisms which are transferred from an infected person to a healthy person through the air we breathe. Here in the earlier slide I have already shown you this, that when a person is suffering from cold, he or she sneezes, so the droplets of moisture carrying many viruses, they are spread in air, and these microorganisms are inhaled by the healthy person. When a person who is sneezing or coughing, then these fine droplets of moisture carrying germs, they are released in the air, and when a person comes in contact with this type of air, then he or she may get infected. For this reason, we should keep our hand or handkerchief on our mouth and nose while coughing and sneezing. Now the second one is through water. Some disease spread through water. Those are cholera, typhoid, jaundice, etc. The cholera causing microbes enter a healthy person through the water he/she drinks and infects them. Here in the slide you are seeing that many people, they are bathing in a river and they are washing clothes also, and if a person is infected by any disease, so this infection may come to the water, and from this water it will spread to other person also. Now we will read about that the diseases that are spread through the food we eat. Protozoa, bacteria and spores of fungi are present in the soil from where they enter our food. Therefore, we should wash fruits and vegetables after bringing them from the market. Sometimes we eat such type of food which may get spoiled due to a variety of reasons, like not keeping it uncovered, improper cooking, not preserving the food, and due to that microorganisms are there and they cause food poisoning also. Now we will read about the diseases caused through the insects and animals. There are some insects and animals which act as carrier of disease causing microbes. These animals and insects are called vectors. Now vectors carry the disease causing microbes from an infected person to a healthy person and cause disease. Some of the vectors are housefly, mosquito. So when the housefly is perhaps the most dangerous disease carrier, it collects the disease causing microbes on its legs and mouth parts, and it also sits on the organic waste. The same housefly, when sits on our exposed food items, leaves the disease causing microbes on the food. When we consume this type of food, we get infected by cholera, typhoid, dysentery, tuberculosis, etc. Here we can also take an example of female Anopheles mosquito, which sucks the blood of human beings, and due to this only it transfers the plasmodium into the human blood. Now plasmodium is a protozoan. Now this plasmodium causes malaria, which is a very fatal disease. All the mosquitoes breed in water, hence one should not let water collected in coolers, tires, flower pots, etc. By keeping our surroundings clean and dry, we can prevent mosquitoes from breeding, and hence we could be safe from malaria also. In this slide you can see the common diseases which are caused by microorganisms in humans. These could be the disease causing microorganisms, viruses, bacteria, protozoa and fungi, and there are the disease which we are seeing here: common cold, influenza, typhoid, cholera, malaria, ringworm, etc. Now we will read about the disease caused by microorganisms in animals. In the category are anthrax, tuberculosis, foot and mouth disease, fowl pox, bird flu, etc. Here you can see an animal who is suffering from foot and mouth disease. In tomorrow's slide we will read about plant diseases which are caused by microorganisms.